Cześć moi drodzy, ja jestem Lucik. A tu mamy kolejny odcinek z serii Zagrajmy w Kingdome Come Deliverance. I jesteśmy po ostatnich przygodach napróciw trzy dupy. Nie mam na sobie ubrań, ale to mi jakoś nie przeszkadza w obecnym stanie. Okej. Mogę się umyć chociaż? Piesek się nawet napił. Cześć.
Doesn't it? About those Cumans.
Is it done?
Aye. They shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Are you sure?
Don't worry. I had a word with them.
What? What the fuck do you mean, had a...
They made a promise.
Just like that?
No, not just like that. But we became quite friendly after I talked to that.
What dog? What are you on about?
No, really?
Go and make a fool of someone else off. Take care.
Nie wierzę w to. No dobra. Zrobiłem co mogłem. Mam nadzieję, że szybciej wytrzeźwieję w tym stanie. Moi drodzy, ciekawi mnie jedna misja u Kowala. I myślę, że z chęcią bym się tam udał. W Rozkowicy, tak? Gdzie jest mój koń? Cześć, koniku. Musimy tam na piechotę zapierdzielać w takim razie. I to jest w ogóle związane z fabułą, więc myślę, że sobie to zrobimy. W międzyczasie też sobie może trochę... Nie wiem, czy nam to w ogóle wypadnie jakoś. Ja pierdzielę, cały czas tak rozmazany będę chodził.
You're only making a fool of yourself, drinking like that.
I'm already a fool, I'll have you know. But I am embarrassed.
Good doggy, good doggy.
Co możesz mi naprawić?
Stop beating him!
Worried about the
Sure.
Aha, tam się w tle napierdzielają, a my robimy tak.
What would you say to...
Well, if you
Spróbujmy tak.
Finally. Thank you kindly. Come again.
Pomożemy im.
How terrible.
Kto to się naparza?
You'll kick the bucket, you shit! Useless! You should have fucking stayed out of it!
Mamy mu pomóc, czy jak?
You won't be able to take another one like that. Filthy horse, son.
I can't bear to look.
Okej.
Why are you lying here? Goodness gracious. Are you all right?
Excuse
Do
me?
you hear me? Wake up.
You silly doggy.
Fucker! Next time I'll be ready for you.
Kowalu, pogadać ze sobą. Nie mogę trafić.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Farewell.
Bardzo mnie ciekawi, jak tutaj wygląda to wykuwanie broni w tej grze. Okej, mamy materiały. A mogę sobie miecz naostrzyć jakoś swój przy okazji? Gdzie tu jest brus?
You're only making a fool of yourself, drinking like that.
I'm already a fool, I'll have you know.
Mogę skorzystać już? Aha, dobra, Cordelas. Czyli my będziemy musieli zmierzyć też schematy na to.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire.
Kurde, ja nic nie widzę.
Try poking it around for it.
Wszystko zblurowane.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Works better.
Kurde, Kowalu, ja nic nie widzę. Aha, muszę trzymać, okej. Czyli to się ma nagrzewać dopiero.
You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
Okej.
See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it.
Okej.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
O, gwizda sobie Henryk.
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other.
Okej.
Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Wracamy.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It
No, ja go kurwa nie widzę. Starajmy się równomiernie. Tu już iskier nie ma.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. That's the ring you want. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Okej, grzejemy go. Okej, to jest dosyć przyjemna mechanika. Mam nadzieję, że następnym razem bez bluru jeszcze lepiej mi pójdzie. Myślę, że będę szedł w kowalstwo. Zobaczymy, co się bardziej opłaci, szukać broni, czy tworzyć własne. Myślę, że jako dodatkowy zarobek to się bardziej przyda. Co prawda wykuwanie mieczy aż tak szybko nie szło. Zazwyczaj się to spędzało nad jedną bronią kilka dni. Jeśli się chciał bardzo porządny kawałek stali wykuć, ale cóż.
Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
Okej, po co rozgrzać żelazo? No, wyjaśnił nam wszystko tak naprawdę. Czemu kuć równomiernie, żeby nie rozpaprać.
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Okej.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. You're pretty good at swords. But what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Okej, topory, nie tylko topory. Moje własne łóżko gdzie jest? W ogóle wiecie co? Już sobie tamten miecz naprawił. Do inwentarza jest. Jestem trochę przeciążony, ale sobie myślę, co nieco naprawię. Okej, Bruce'a też kojarzymy z jedynki. Tym razem nie muszę się zbliżać, po prostu muszę dbać o kąt. Kurde, nic nie widzę znowu. No dobra, w ten sposób zaprawiamy miecz za darmo. Cenny zapis, o nice, mamy własne łóżko. No dosyć szybko poszło z tym kowalem. Lepsze to niż u młynarza dźwigać worki. Czyli dobra, tak to wygląda. Znalezione, o! Skąd tu takie rzeczy się biorą? Wiosny, zima, skąd te tarcze się tu wzięły? To są jakieś... zbroje, aha. Płaszcz Nimroda, co tu się dzieje? Co to za stroje tutaj są? Okej. Spoko. To chyba jakieś rzeczy z dodatków. Albo z preorderu. Nie będę pytał. Starczy i sobie skorzystam. Dobra. Dosyć szybko dojechaliśmy, co? Semin, okej. No, kolejny znacznik. Trzymaj się, drogi. Pięknie. Pochwalmy go, ładnie. Piesek też tu jest.
Good boy. Good boy.
Pochwalmy go też. Nakarmy. Nakarmy go sobie.
I'm looking for the Takeoff blacksmith's cart. Have you seen it?
Loads of carts come past here. There's going to be a wedding and they need supplies. Try asking Captain Gnarly. He keeps an eye on supplies.
Thanks.
And watch yourself when you go into the courtyard.
Dlaczego? Albo dobrze, bądźmy grzeczni.
All right. I'll watch out.
Okej, lecimy z tematem. Czyli już coś się może wydarzyć. Jakiś... Przejdźmy fabułę może. Tam są lordowie i goście. Czyli jeden z nich się na nas rzuci, bo jest zatofany w sobie bęcwałem. Oho.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You're right there, laddie.
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Pięknie, Henryku. To co?
Now you're gonna die.
Go for it, Yurko.
Shit!
Put him on his arse, the cunt.
I can't bear to look.
Pięknie, w klinczu wygraliśmy.
You've no chance against me.
Shut up!
Pięknie.
Should I help with him?
No i co teraz? Ja chyba powinniśmy się poddać i nie wszczynać burt. Pięknie.
Such violence.
Ale my tu jesteśmy w zbroi, więc nam się nic nie stanie.
Give that Czech fucker a pasting.
Damn fool.
Trochę w bójce mało uczestniczyliśmy ostatnimi czasy. Ale może jakoś to przemęczymy.
You fight like an old hag.
Bastard!
Better hold me back.
Come on, mate. Oh, you wee bastard!
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takeoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
we'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
Okej.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Patrzę, jak jesteśmy nieco lepiej uzbrojeni od niego troszeczkę. Chociaż nie, jego hełm się bardziej poleruje.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. So, do you know what to do? Or have you got any more questions?
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask. I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Well, I heard Lord von Burghoff will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't you? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what could I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
Okej.
We should probably get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard then.
To co, ruszamy od razu? Spoko.
Excuse me.
Nie przeskoczę tędy? Nice. To co, ruszamy?
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't...
Okej.
As you say, sir.
Wypoczęty jestem, gotowy jestem, mam prawie całe zdrowie, więc spoko. Koniek jest tutaj, tak?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskowitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskowitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
With all due respect, sir, I wouldn't want to offend your relatives.
Don't worry, they're my wife's relatives. I see what you're getting at. So how did this little brawl of yours end up?
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
O, pewnie.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Okej. Czekam. Porozglądajmy się, tam jest Zamek Troski. Jezu, ta okolica jak zwykle jest piękna w tej grze. Jedynka już dawała radę, ale tutaj, ja pierdolę te kolory. Uwielbiam tu te szczegóły na tarczy. To nasze wyposażenie, ja pierdolę. Nie mogę z tego wszystkiego. Jak to jest pięknie tutaj dobrze zrobione. Będziemy tak jechać w trójkę, czy jak?
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Aha.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Samine. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
Bieremy.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Oczywiście, że... O, pióro jest potężniejsze niż miecz.
I believe the quill is mightier than the sword.
Is that so? Well, that's nice, son. Next time you meet a fella on the road who wants to rob you, you can write a sonnet about it. Or maybe you try and tickle him to death.
What I meant was... Well,
What do I care? Just save the wise arsery for someone with the stomach for it. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get your arse into the pen.
Ja chciałem miecz. O, ale pałkę, ale że własną pałkę dał? Jestem w szoku. No to co?
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
O kurde.
Oh, fucking hell! I'm all yours!
Mogę unikać?
You're a dead man. You know that.
Boję się go trochę zaczepiać. Zręczność mi się nawija przy unikach. Okej. Pięknie. Aha, tarcza musi silnić.
Fucker!
Co jest? Okej, co dalej? Pięknie.
Oh, a bandage, quick!
Well, that's enough.
What do you say, son? You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he's saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
No to ciekawe, jaką tarczę dostanę. Tarcza sęka jest gorsza od tej, co mam z preorderu. Ale dobra, ubierzmy ją. Pałka sęka, mój miecz wojskowy jest lepszy. Okej, to sobie schowamy, to sobie schowamy. No fajnie, spróbowaliśmy mu baty. Chyba nawet nie dałem radę oderwać, więc spoko też. Na plus wyszedłem. Nie jestem jakiś przeciążony, nie? Zdążyłem wytrzeźwieć.
Good.
Okej, to lecimy dalej.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Skalicy, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
Okej, dobra rada. Idziemy je na ptaszkę kiedyś znaleźć. Ciekawe, czy da się go znaleźć przed zrobieniem fabuły. I co to wiemy, że ktoś już za niego zapłacił i sobie balował w gospodzie. A jak będzie dalej z nim, to nie wiadomo.
Watch where you're going!
To się tak zatrzymujecie, panowie. Co dalej?
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
About who? Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. Now run along.
No. Moje chłopy, kurde. Mhm. Co to jest tutaj?
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away. Wait now. Aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah. I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did. A few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people, that pair, have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye. Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it. But if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semin is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though. People will find out you spared no expense for your daughter's wedding.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semin would do that. That'll be all. Thanks.
Czyli masz dużo kasy i jednocześnie mówisz, że dużo wydajesz, podczas gdy Semin mówi, że jednak nie. No to... coś tu jest nie tak, panie kolego. Mogę się najeść? Nie bardzo. Jeszcze bym je zobaczył. No właśnie, nie mam jedzenia.
Come here. Here you go.
Może cię nakarmimy? A my tymczasem też coś zjemy. Suszona wołowina, borowik. O, ideolo.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
I didn't say a word about you, sir.
There's a good lad. And what about the cart?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards. And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yichin.
Sir, I could send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my brains they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go then.
Bierzemy, czy jak?
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Czyli co, w lewo? To jest ten wóz? Nie. Aha, są worki.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Hmm?
You found anything like...
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is then. Gnarly! Back here!
Okay.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the cart back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Ciekawe spostrzeżenia.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
To się zagwozdka.
Here, Matt. Search.
Jakbym znalazł jakiś przedmiot, to bym zaczął szukać, a tak to ciężko. Pod górkę na pewno nie. W dół muszę szukać chyba. Ja. Patrzcie na to.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Będzie widać zaraz.
Apollonia. Marika was headed somewhere around here. I could have the dog sniff her scarf. Maybe he'll lead me somewhere.
Aha, w tym miejscu. A to później.
I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was. Shitting myself.
Mutt, come here!
The whole of Samine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creep.
Kogoś słychać.
Why's that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with a firecracker... Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
Supposedly, have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus? For fuck's sake, you was never ordained, Bonza. I was. Stumbled in it, in the forest chapel by Bodira.
Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head in the woods don't mean a damn thing.
But Stumble's a
Nie wiem, tam wkroczyć, czy o co chodzi?
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly. But I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Pogadane.
Why? Some people might like it. I don't know who'd like that.
Okej.
What? You imagine they do. Light up in the dark.
Leave him be, Honza. You're right. They did something. They
Those
rolled
definitely
around
aren't the
and gave
blacksmith's
off
hands.
sparks.
Aye, sparks.
You two are arseholes. I'd have nothing to do with a wench like that.
Okej. Siedzą sobie we trzech. Czyli jest 3 na 3 co najmniej.
Yes.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens, and in the evening, we'll drink a toast from their skulls. Ha-ha!
Hold your horses, son. Keep some of that piss and vinegar for the fight. You might have whipped me in that pig pen, but this is a different matter.
So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And I see you're equipped for it too. Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Right you are, Captain.
To będzie zły pomysł prawdopodobnie. No trudno, próbujemy.
You two don't know the truth from an hole in the ground. Stumbles was a priest. He showed me holy pictures and taught me a lot.
I Stumble was a priest. Big.
Dobra.
And his name is really Soapy. For a wench, he's got a miserable pair of tits. Go to hell! I'll hack your eyes off! Let him have it!
Mamy to.
Bash him on the head. Hey, that's the last one!
Pięknie.
Fuck you! Nice hit! I need a bandage, quick! There, that's better. What's the hold up?
Co by tu jeszcze zrobić? Jakieś tam cenniejsze rzeczy sobie pozbieram.
What's the hold up, damn it?
Czekaj, zbieram rzeczy.
Stop dawdling!
Wezmę sobie co nieco.
Henry, get over here!
Prosty bełt.
What's the hold up, damn it?
Tarcza rycerska, ja sobie pozabieram rzeczy.
What's the hold?
Strawę mam. Tu gdzie masz swoją broń?
Hey, Henry, get over here!
I jeszcze skrzynkę, tak?
Henry, get over here!
Nie drzyj się na mnie. Robię robotę. Robię kipisz.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Well, we can't ask them now.
Oh, well. That's how it goes sometimes.
But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by...
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
Trochę bez posiłków ryzykujemy.
Clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
It makes no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time at the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Uszą wyciągasz.
Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
No to co, walczymy? Chętnie podniosę twoją zbroję.
At them for an ass kicking, you piece of shit!
Nice strike!
Yeah, you fucker!
Show what you're made of!
Take that!
You'll be fucking sorry.
Czekajcie, może na pałkę zmienię. Nice.
You're mine, you bastard!
Zniszczy mu tarczę.
No, you don't!
Nice hit!
Another one!
We'll finish this quickly. Oh, good strike.
Yeah, don't
fuck
spare
yourself.
I'm into
They
you.
got what they deserved, them fuckers.
I'm a nobleman.
Hey, Henry,
You have to
are
spare
you
me.
listening? Come here.
We'll decide what to do with you later.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
I'll go and try.
Great.
Tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh?
I'm still from a noble family. Rich or poor, you can't just lynch me.
Well, who's going to stop me?
The law?
I can't see any law here. but I can see lots of crows that will enjoy feasting at you.
Fajne rzeczy tu podnosimy, nie? Kostki, nie kostki.
Rush is the bailiff.
Bailiff or not, his family's common as mine. They say you're hard up.
Mhm. Co by tu dalej wziąć, jeszcze schować? Fajne fanty zbieramy, nie? Okej. Te kostki sobie poczytamy? Okej, pierwsze 3 z 3 wszystkich kostek. Okej. Bazylika obciążona kość. Zwykła, dobrze wyważona kostka, okej. No spoko. No drodzy, w tym momencie przerwię ten odcinek. I następny odcinek będę kontynuować w tej misji fabularnej, więc zasubskrybujcie, żeby nie pominąć. Komentarz Lucik, trzymajcie się jeszcze raz ciepło. Hejka.